Good morning, buzzers. Pinch punch first of the month and no return. What is all that about? That's what Fleur said to me in the Good Morning Buzzers chat room just now. So I don't think I'm even allowed to say it. Hello to you. Good morning. I'm Mike from Buzz50.com. This is Good Morning Buzzers. It's just a friendly chat at 7:30 a.m. every single day of the week. And it's going to be at 5 p.m. UK time today as well, when we will hear the results of the Golden Witch competition. Mr. Jones is winning. No surprise there. Let me just turn this sound off here in the background. And how are you today? We are live on YouTube. We're live on Facebook. We are live in the Good Morning Buzzers chat room and on the Buzz50 homepage. So good morning to you. In the Good Morning Buzzers chat room now, we have Penny Lane. We've got Carrie May. We have Fleur Rose. Good morning to Lauren. We've got Lou, 67. We've got Mrs. Jones. We've got Muzz M and Pronto. Mike's showing a bit of chest. Oh no, says Fleur Rose. Oh dear, what's happened here? Oh no, the button isn't undone. It's just a different shirt. It's a stripy shirt today instead of a checked one. It's playing up a bit, says Pronto. I think that's the broadcast. I'm no hearing Mike, says Lauren. Oh dear, has something gone wrong? Is it all going to go horribly wrong this morning? Or has it started wrong and it's going to stay that way? We've got lots on this morning. This morning, we've got the usual stuff and a couple of extra things. We've got Identify That Voice. Now, it's the third day with the same voice. I'll give you a clue on this one. We've got the Buzz50 joke off. We've got What Is This? That's a close-up photo of a sort of household object. We have got Spot the Difference, where something in here is going to change when we come back from having a look at the site. We have got, oh yes, Fletcher's smoking joke picture thing, which I've written down. I wonder where I've got that. I wonder if I can find that in time. I'm not very well organised this morning. We've got a poem from Joelle. We've got another one of Pravin's interesting facts, international roll call, and birthdays, and a welcome to new members. So let's have a listen. Oh, let's have a listen to the voice, and I'll give you a clue. Here we are. This person was once the leader of a country. Who is this voice?
I can certainly imagine the circumstances, but the question is whether I want to be or whether I'll agree to be or not.
Do you want to hear it again? The leader of a country once, many, many years ago.
I can certainly imagine the circumstances, but the question is whether I want to be or whether I'll agree to be or not.
Can you name that famous voice? And can you name this tune? Can you name the film that these tunes come from? This is like a medley of tunes from a very famous film. It's coming up in a minute. 5, 4, 3, 2. This. 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 Ooh. Dramatic moment there. Can you name what film, or in fact series of films, that comes from? And can you name the famous voice? Has anyone had a go in the Good Morning Buzzers chat room? Hugh Grant, says Fleur Rose. Let's have a listen to that.
I can certainly imagine the circumstances, but the question is whether I want to be or whether I'll agree to be or not.
No, it isn't Hugh Grant. Neither was Hugh Grant ever the leader of a country. But Fleur guesses Hugh Grant every day on the understanding that probably one day it will be Hugh Grant. Welcome to the Good Morning Buzzers room to Elrond. Elrond 3 just come in. Willie Nelson, says Lou 67. Eve Piron, says Pronto. No. Mrs. Jones is at the moment leading the Golden Witch competition, and she has also guessed this voice.
I can certainly imagine the circumstances, but the question is whether I want to be or whether I'll agree to be or not.
It is Indira Gandhi, the one-time Prime Minister of India. Let's see if we can listen to a little bit more of the interview so you can get an idea. I've clicked the wrong thing. I'll now try clicking the right thing.
Mrs. Gandhi, can you imagine any circumstances in which you might once again become Prime Minister of India?
I can certainly imagine the circumstances, but the question is whether I want to be or whether I'll agree to be or not.
What would be the terms under which you would agree to be?
No, it's not a question of terms. I don't want to be.
She doesn't want to be. She didn't want to be. It was Indira Gandhi. It was Mrs. Jones that won that. It is Mrs. Jones who is in first place, leading the Golden Witch competition, having sent more Golden Witches than anyone else, but you can beat her. Let's see if we can beat her. Let's see if somebody can beat her. The competition ends today. I think I said 12:30 UK time, and we will have the announcement at 5 p.m. today on another Good Morning Buzz as well. It will be Good Morning sometime, somewhere in the world, and we'll have the winners then. Right, okay, let's have a look at the Good Morning Buzzers chat room. Singular Witch has come to join us. It says, Mrs. J, you cheat, says Singular Witch. I was close, she knew Willie. Witch Morgana's joined us. Pa, I'd have known that one too, said Singular Witch. Hey Morky, hey Witchy, hugs Fleur. So we've got loads of people in the Good Morning Buzzers room now. If you want to come and join us, this is just a bit of fun that we do 7:30 a.m. UK time every day of the week. And you can click on the home page when it's live, a link underneath where the broadcast is, and you can come and join us along with Elron 3, Penny Lane, Singular Witch, Witch Morgana. We've got 2 witches in a row there, which the day after Halloween is a little bit spooky. Carrie May, Fleur Rose, Lauren, Lou 67, Mrs. Jones, Muzz M, and we have also got Pronto. And talking of Pronto, who is the Buzz 50 Joke Meister, we have got 2 jokes, and these are sent in by buzzers. I read them out. You vote, hopefully, somewhere between 1 or 0. You can vote 0 if you want, 0 and 10. Then we work out the averages. Then we have the winner. Then the winner goes on Facebook. I forgot to put the winner on Facebook yesterday. I'll do it in a bit. Okay, here it is, joke number 1. Are you concentrating? Still no clock then, Mike, says Singular Witch. Yes, I'm supposed to have a clock on here somewhere so people know what time it is. Singular Witch, I'm not entirely sure what the clock's supposed to say. Is it supposed to say the time where the person watching is? Or is it supposed to say the time here? Okay, here's joke number 1. 2 students were arguing when their teacher entered the classroom. The teacher said, "Why are you arguing?" One boy answered, "We found a $10 bill and decided to give it to whoever can tell the biggest lie." "You should be ashamed of yourselves," said the teacher. "When I was your age, I didn't even know what a lie was." The boys gave the $10 bill to the teacher. Fluffed it a bit at the end, didn't I? Do you get it? Did you get that joke? That joke is worth somewhere between 0 and 10 points. No minuses, even though I did mess it up, and nothing over 10. TikTok Mike, says Fleur Rose. Morning, Mike. Hello, says Witch Morgana. Morning, P. Hello. 7:40 a.m. UK, says Quiet Mouse. We don't need a clock. Quiet Mouse is saying what time it is. We will do international roll call in a bit. No, the time of the actual video time, so folks know if they are or www is running late. Fleur Rose is giving that joke an 8. That's quite good. Mazam's giving it a 0. Quiet Mouse is giving it a 1. I didn't think it was that bad. I'd have gone for a, if I had the power of the vote, I would probably have gone for around about 7. Carrie May, a 4. 1 max, says Singular Witch. Very straight. 3, says Elron. Must have 1. Oh dear, I hope joke number 2 is a bit better than this. Or is it just because it's Sunday morning, it's foggy or misty here? Maybe it is where you are. 0, says Lauren, but 1 for the effort. Thank you very much. Well, I'll take the 1. 5 from Witch Morgana. I think we're going to average around about 2 for this joke. That joke was over my head. They had $10 and she wanted how much? I don't know. Did I say it wrong? Could have done. Let's see what we can do with joke number 2 in a bit. Let's have a listen again to the tune. This is a medley of tunes. Oh, if you want to call, here I have at hand the phone number. And the phone number this morning is working. If you want to call in, I must be happy at that score, says Fleur. Do call in if you want to just say hello, or if you want to guess at the tune, or if you want to say anything at all. You can catch me here live on 07540 884 288, or internationally +44 7548 884 288, or even on Skype. He says quickly clicking Skype just to make sure that it is open on the right Skype. And there is an easy answer to that. And the answer is no, it isn't. So do call on Skype, but wait about 30 seconds. And then I'll get Skype going properly. Right, okay. Let's now have a listen to the medley of tunes and see if you can guess. My video has stopped, says Singular Witch. Press play, says Pronto. So other people's must still be working. So see if you can guess what film or series of films these tunes are from. 10,000 buzzer points. Oh dear. And this. And this. Just listen to that a minute so I can see. No. Talking to myself and thinking at the same time. What film or series of films is that from? Oh, it's Mrs. Jones Day today. Muzem says Phantom of the Opera. Fleur Rose says Dracula, Hammer House of Horror Films. Mrs. Jones says Harry Potter. It is Harry Potter. Let's listen again. This is a medley of tunes from a film. Mrs. Jones is winning everything at the moment. So, okay, we're rebranding this, renaming this to Good Morning Mrs. Jones, okay? It used to be Good Morning Buzzers, now it's Good Morning Mrs. Jones. And this is a website, buzz50.com. Mostly here, it's mostly for Mrs. Jones, but also for friendly people from all around the world. If you want to come and join us, the only qualification is that you have to be over 50. We like you to be a little bit friendly, but if you're not friendly, then we'll soon make you friendly. Do come along. If you're not over 50, if you have a relative or a friend who's over 50, do send them to us. Just all you need to do is ask them to Google Buzz50. B-U-Z, let's have this with the mug. BUZZ50. Come along and join us. Completely free to join and use in all areas. We've got social networking. We've got chat rooms. We've got forums. We've got quizzes. We've got this every morning at 7:30 a.m. We've got photo galleries. We've got poetries. And we've got a poem sent in now with an apology that it is a Halloween poem. And this has been sent in by Joelle. So let's have a listen to this Halloween poem by Joelle. It was Halloween and a cold misty night, a time in the evening when all bats take flight. Eerie and scary the children were grouping, some of them laughing, others were whooping, and I ventured out on my nightly walk, all on my own and with no one to talk, when suddenly there at the end of the street, merged in the blackness with only his feet, showing in maybe a cloak and a hat, I looked and sure I could just make out that the tall form in front of me was a vampire. It made my heart beat and my forehead perspire. What could I do and where could I run? I wish I'd stayed in, it wasn't much fun, but as I drew nearer, trembling and shaking, even the bones in my body were quaking. He opened his mouth, blood dripping, I'm sure, held out his hands, crying, now give me more. Trick or treats, lady, tonight's Halloween. So I gave him my Mars bar. I wasn't mean. That was sent in by Joelle. Very good, very nice. Thank you. If you don't know what a Mars bar is in your country, it's like a little chocolate bar. Excellent. If you've got anything that you can send in. Oh, today, 5 p.m. UK time, we will have another Good Morning Buzzers. For the UK, I suppose it's going to be a good afternoon, early good evening Buzzers, when we will announce the winners of the Golden Witch competition, where people are sending golden witches to each other for Halloween. I know it's the day after Halloween, but it doesn't matter. It ends at 12:30 today. Send as many as you can. And we've got 2 winners. The winner is the sender who gets 100,000 buzzer points to the person who sent the most, and the receiver who gets 700 for every one that they've been sent, so they don't really need a prize, but they'll still be a winner. That was nice, says Mrs. Jones. Enjoyed that poem, says Quiet Mouse. Had a great night last night, says Fleur Rose. Is this safe to read out, Fleur? I'm going to read it out anyway. Had a great night last night. I wore a mask and cat ears to answer the door. Only little kids came all dressed up. It was wonderful. I bet you terrified them. Ha ha. See what happens when you have a nap, says Mrs. Jones. Wow, Mrs. J. Don't forget I'm your bestie, Mrs. J, says Fleur Rose. Everybody now is Mrs. Jones's best friend, because not only does Mrs. Jones get 10,000 of our very, very valuable buzzer points, so she could actually send 10 more witches if she wanted to, she also gets to tell me who else should get 10,000 buzzer points, and I send them. So, okay, Ed22 has joined us in the Good Morning Buzzers room. Good morning to you. So we've now got Ed22 along with Elron3, Penny Lane, Witch Morgana, Carrie May, Fleur Rose, Lauren, Lou67, Mrs. Jones, Ms. M, Pronto, Quiet Mouse, and Red 5, and Springtime has just joined us. So let's switch screens, have a look at the site, have a look at Can You Guess What This Is, see whose birthday it is. Then when we come back, there should be a difference. Something will have changed around here. And then you can guess what that is. So we'll click here. Oh, it's working today. Hooray. Sometimes that doesn't work. So we should now be looking at, we should all be looking at the Good Morning Buzzers room. So here we've got the buzzers typing things in there. On the right-hand side, we've got who's in the Good Morning Buzzers room there. Mike does his Good Morning show every morning live. Yes, we do, and at 5 p.m. today. So do tell all your friends, or if you don't like it, tell all your enemies and get them to come and watch it so they can be miserable as well. And you can also come in, you can either watch it wherever you're watching it, or you can come in the Good Morning Buzzers room like this and chat away with everybody else. Okay, yes, and you're banned for winning too much, says Pronto. Yes. Mrs. Jones is just winning everything this morning. She's probably going to guess what this close-up is. Can you guess what this everyday object is? I'll leave you watching that a minute while I have a sip of coffee. But you can't see me, so I can do it without you knowing. So that is a close-up of a household object. Can you guess what that household object is? You can probably tell that I'm walking around the room because I'm setting up the spot the difference. And then let's have a look and see whose birthday it is today. So if you come to the Buzz 50 homepage, join us, do, if you're not a member. It's completely free. And then once you've joined, you'll see this menu across the top. Click social. You see all the people who have joined recently. We had 24 people join us yesterday from the USA, Scotland, England, Australia, India, and USA, India, Scotland, all over the place. So 7 people have joined already today. And it's happy birthday today to Sun Lover. You'll see that in the left-hand column here. Bazza501, Jen3, Sunny6153, and Wendy C. So happy birthday to all of you. Can you guess what this is? Has anybody guessed it? Let's have a look in the chat room. In America or England, says Lou. Dental floss, says Mrs. Jones. No. No. This is not dental floss. Can you guess what it is? Right, let's switch back to the site, or away from the site, back to me. Hello, here I am, and can you spot the difference? And let's do, with no further ado, joke number 2. Joke number 1 we did before, and that got an average of a pathetic 2.6. Actually, I think we can round it up to 2.7. Yeah, 2.7. Let's give it the benefit of the doubt. Right, here we go. Joke number 2, sent in by a buzzer, read out by me. Are you concentrating? Tam O'Shanter is a good Halloween poem, says Elron3, but very long. Yes. Pony on fireplace, says Fleur Rose. Guessing the spot the difference. That's another thing that Mrs. Jones hasn't won today. And it is indeed just hidden here. Pony is on the fireplace. wins that one. Right. Okay. And joke number 2 goes like this. Sadly, it's a little bit about death as well, but it is a joke. Welcome to the Good Morning Buzzers room. Will he deliver? Good morning to you. Right, here's the joke. That wasn't the joke. This is the joke. 3 buddies, 3 friends die in a car crash and they find themselves at the pearly gates of heaven. They are all asked, when you're lying in your casket, your coffin, and your friends and family are mourning, what would you like them to say about you? What would you like to hear them saying? The first guy thinks about it and says, I would like to hear them say that I was the greatest doctor of my time and a great family man. Second guy says, I would like to hear that I was a school teacher who made a huge difference. The last guy thinks about it and replies, I would like to hear them say, look, he's moving. I think that's quite good. But you can decide how many points you would like to give it out of 10. And don't forget, later today, this will be on again. Yes, just as you thought you'd had enough, it's going to be coming back at 5 p.m. today, when we will have the results of the Halloween Golden Witch competition, where we'll have 2 winners, the person who has sent the most witches and the person who has received the most witches. If you've no points to send witches, you can buy them from the points. See, a bit of a plug, bit of an advert there. Fleur Rose gives that joke a 9. Pronto gives it a 5. Muzem gives it a 4. Oh, it's just going down, this. Quiet Mouse gives it a 6. We're up again. Down again with Carrie May for a 5, and all the way down to 2 from Ed, 22. 6 ha ha, says Witch Morgana. Let's move this to the side because I can't see the rest of the jokes. Goodness, I'm happy this morning, says Fleur Rose, who gave the joke a 9. Let's start doing 2 things. And the 2 things are, please, saying goodbye and saying where we're from. So people who are watching, and there are, let's have a look, 38 people watching on YouTube at the moment. Oh, no, that's on the homepage, the Buzz50 homepage. And people are watching on YouTube. Geez, with the numbers, I think people, if you're not watching the video, you sort of wonder what's going on in this chat room. The video does play live in the chat room, but if you're on something like a tablet, sometimes the video doesn't play. Right, okay, Sash isn't here today then, says Fleur Rose, because Sash is from Australia, where their humour is a little bit upside down, and he gives every joke a 1. So where are you from, please? And what time is it where you are? I am from England, to be more precise, Coleshill near Birmingham, and it is 7:55 a.m. Mila isn't with us this morning. She has got a headache still. It's very sad. She is getting better. I'm sure she will be with us later on at 5 p.m. So, okay, goodbye to you all. Good morning, Buzzers. Mrs. Jones says it's 55 days until Christmas. Muzem is from Melbourne in Australia, where it's 6:54 a.m. Good morning and goodbye to you. Same time here, says Muzem. Witch Morgana's from the Philippines, where it's 3:54 p.m. We have got in the Good Morning Buzzers room, we're saying goodbye to Ed 22, L Ron 3, Penny Lane, Witch Morgana, Carrie May, Fleur Rose, Lauren, Lou 67, Mrs. Jones, Muzam, Quiet Mouse 1, Red 5, Springtime, and Willie Deliver. And 54 days before my birthday, says Lou 67. Penny Lane is in Texas, where it's 1:54 a.m. Pronto, 8:55, and he's in his freezing cave. Colombia, SA is where Lauren is from, and their time zone says it's 2:54 a.m. Willie Deliver is on the Isle of Mull in Scotland, where it's 7:55 a.m. Goodbye all, says Muzam. From Misty Bognor Regis, says Carrie May, and there's a wave. Down Under, says Ed 22, cleverly being able to type upside down. I have no idea how that works. It's 6:55 p.m. Scotland is where Elrond is from. Quiet Mouse says bye all. Goodbye to you all. 11 until mine, Lou. That's from Fleur Rose. That's 11 days until Fleur's very, very special birthday. 2:56 a.m. is the time in Florida, And that is where the winner of many things today, Mrs. Jones, is from. And great that you could join us. Hopefully we'll see some of you at 5 p.m. today. Bye all, have a good day, says Lauren. Goodbye to you all. Thank you for joining us. If you know anybody that might be interested in a bit of a laugh and a bit of fun first thing in the morning, then do tell them, get them to come along, join the site. It's completely free. Thanks, Mike, says Lauren. Say hello to Miller. Bye, Mike. Have a nice day, says Witch Morgana. Adios, amigos, says Penny Lane. He, says Ed22. And the winning joke was sent in by Joe22, and it scored 5, and that was the Pearly Gates one. The losing joke, which was a $10 bill lie joke, was 2.7. And good morning, buzzers. Goodbye to you all.